Anyhow, would you like to talk about what apparently Tony Khan can't get away with anymore? I'm thinking as I watch this show from March the 5th, AEW Dynamite, when I say this show, I don't think they're at a point where anything can turn this. Can they come back from this at this point? I was teasing about they tried to jump the shark and missed the jump and landed like Evil Knievel in the Snake River Canyon. It all of there's nobody they can sign that will make a difference. They've nullified their $1 million acquisitions already. The homegrown talent they have is nullified or nil anymore. The ratings have backed. And they can't get out of their own way. They will find some way, even in advantageous positions, to make this thing look like it's goddamn amateur hour. And I mean, there was nothing as blatant as last week Chris Daniels was knuckling his own face on a fucking drive-in movie screen in front of their most faithful fans. That had to be, what the fuck? But it just looks... The WWE is having drone shots flying into stadiums and up a goddamn fucking top babyface's nose with precision like a network production. And they've got their top guys cutting promos out back of the building like they're out in the fucking hood. It looked like the back of the Tupelo Sports Arena. It's a fucking fence and some trees with a goddamn alley and a garbage can. Am I overstating this? How low rent they've... And the Memorial Auditorium in Sacramento, inside it looked great. It's an old building with the ornate movie palace stucco or whatever the fuck. It was full because it seats like, what, 2,500? It looked great inside, so they spent an inordinate amount of time shooting the outside where it looks like it's in a goddamn residential neighborhood that's seen better days, and if you walk 2 blocks to the right, you could probably find some crack.
Yeah, see, I like the MJF promo, but the location, it just looked like, hey, let's go behind the building.
Yes, that's where they were. Next to the production trucks, but it wasn't like they were behind the goddamn New Orleans Superdome or the fucking Jell-O Pudding Center in Butte, Montana, even. It was a fucking hood.
The other thing I want to say, based on what you're saying here about the production and everything, and it was hard to, it was glaring watching this coming off a weekend where WWE ate up the conversation with their big show and then Raw, and just the energy and the feel and the look, and then you go to this. I've watched NXT several times recently when they're, out of town, I guess we would say.
On the road.
They do a better job than AEW of shooting the smaller rooms and making it have a feel. AEW, it feels like, let's go to a room and shoot it. Like nothing ever feels like it's done to, I don't know, bring you in. It feels like you're watching from a distance. I don't know how to explain it. Not that I don't want the Steadicam, that's maybe not the best example, but the way NXT has shot these smaller rooms brings you right into the action. It still feels like there's a big disconnect. And a lot of AEW's fans feel like people going to the zoo, just looking at the animals.
It's a part of it is that again, planning and preparation. And it seems to me like there's a lot of this that I've seen it in Ring of Honor in the day and in other places that I've been, MLW, any place with a lower, but TNA sometimes, where you go out, they say, just go out and shoot something. And definitely back in Smoky Mountain or the Territory days, go out and shoot something. But the WWE now is cognizant that they're doing a big league television production, and they're not just sending guys out with a germ of an idea to shoot something. the locations are, thought is put into them. They've got a full crew, including a producer. When the guys, and I don't, again, a lot of this comes down to, we talked about Tony Khan and AEW not having production meetings, but Tony Khan not having shows done. Is this, like, in some cases this shit's live, in some cases it's pre-tape, but is that their only shot at it? Get it now. We got to get it to the truck. I've been in that position on low budget fucking productions. So, but it's just that they, again, inside this building with it full and the old style arena, it looked good in an underground vibey way. So they did everything they could to open up and find out that, well, the back of in the back door is a goddamn alley with nobody there. There's like one car passes in the background of MJF's fucking minute promo. Or they went to the front later on. So, oh my God, when we get to this. So Wheeler Useless could walk into the arena with purpose when he walked up empty front steps on a residential side street of a goddamn sleepy town with the aura that somebody on Twitter, I think it was Dave Meltzer says what or something like that, or Meltzer's thoughts, Triple H's thoughts. Somebody said he looked like a used vinyl store clerk. But they're showing the old parts of the building in the back where it looks like they're in a goddamn, they are in an old auditorium that they used to do plays in with the backstage pulleys and ropes and shit. They showed more of this building than they showed when they were running the NBA arenas, is the point I'm trying to make. Let's move on. MJF was out on the fucking street in an alley behind the building and cutting a promo on Adam Page, and it was short and to the point, but boy, he's going to have an aneurysm, poor fella.